When I saw her with her symptoms, what kept going through my head is, we're too young for this. We have too many things we want to do.
And now it's so much more real that at any moment, somebody I love could go through the same thing, or I could lose somebody else I love.
I had my stroke on January the 5th in 2017.
I'd been noticing the stress level kind of ticking up. Her father had passed away. The job was stressing her out, and her blood pressure was probably really, really high.
We were working on something for social media. She had told me she felt weird. She didn't feel like herself.
I kept losing my balance. I was like, this is not right. This is weird.
I noticed a lot of the signs were the signs of a stroke. I want to say I was, naive, and I didn't want to believe it.
And so I came home and laid down and took a nap. I thought, this will go away. It'll be fine. Not sure what time Jeff called to check on me, and don't know what I said, but he came home immediately after that. So he said, well, we're going to the emergency room.
I go around, I get her out, we're walking in, and by that point, her left leg is dragging. I'm trying to hold it together. They knew this is a stroke. They told me, they said, we're gonna go get her in and do a brain scan, and we're gonna start the TPA immediately.
I think my greatest fear going into everything was that my mom wouldn't fully recover, and that if she didn't recover well, then she would have a lessened quality of life, or at least feel that she did.
So the next morning I woke up in the hospital, meeting with the doctors and asking me all my questions. My left arm, I couldn't move. My fingers, I couldn't move. I was numb on my left side. I didn't look in the mirror or anything, but I knew that my face was not right.
We knew we had a tough road ahead of us. It was definitely an overwhelming feeling.
My mom is honestly the best person I know. She's the first person I call for everything.
She is the most amazing person. She is kind and strong, and she will help anybody with anything.
A great friend. She's a wonderful mother. She didn't know how to sew. And I woke up one morning and she was a seamstress. Too hard-headed to let something like this slow her down.
One of the first things I thought about when I was in the hospital is that I had started working on the trains and the dresses for Treasure Ball, which is a huge fundraiser for O'Connell. I told my sister-in-law, I said, go to the house and take everything away. I don't want to see any of it, because I knew I couldn't do it. After I got home, and I was home for a couple of days, and I'm like, I've got to do something.
I got home from school one day and my train was back, and I was like, okay, why is it here? Like, what are we doing? And she was like, I'm gonna do it.
I got that sewing machine out and I started sewing, even though it was really hard with this hand. I would have to do strange things with it to make it work.
I realized pretty fast she was getting better. And I think when that started happening, I realized that there would be a point not that far off where everything would be back to semi-normal, if not better.
If it weren't for the people surrounding me that knew the signs and that there was something wrong, my life would have been totally different.
The messaging that the American Heart Association had been putting out on social media and let me know that when someone's having a stroke, timing is everything. If you wait too long, they're not able to administer the TPA. The fact that she was able to get the TPA has meant everything in her recovery, greatly improved her quality of life.
So the stroke changed the way I thought about my life and taking care of myself and making sure my family is taking care of themselves.
I think people should support the American Heart Association, because one day it could be your family member or your friend.
Because they do so much research and so much education, letting people know what the signs are for the heart attacks or for a stroke.
Without the American Heart Association and stroke research, I wouldn't be able to walk through this life with my wife by my side.